Taurus, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm somewhere new. I'm just away at the moment, but I still want to do the readings. So yeah, we've got a slightly different setup. What do you think? I quite like it actually. If I had room in my house, I would love to do the readings like this normally. But I can't think of space in my house where I'd be able to do it like this. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I do like my setup at home as well, just because I've got kingfishers everywhere, and you may have noticed that I'm obsessed with kingfishers, or you may not. Anyway, that's enough about me. Taurus. We're going to speak all about how to invest in yourself. We're going to explore that topic. You are my 5th sign that I've done this for, and the Sag reading went out yesterday and people really liked it, so I hope you like it too. It's just something to put the focus back on you. I've been somehow managing to deliver a lot of love readings lately on the channel, which is fine, but I just really want to focus on you, the viewer, and not kind of poke about in other people's energies. So, you know, now I've said this, probably other people's energy will make its way into the reading. We will see. I have a little cheat sheet for this spread. It's from Emerald Lotus Divination. I did put a picture of the spread up on the community tab if you want to like see it, because it's nice to look at sometimes, I think it is, or if you want to use it like yourself. I encourage you to do that, by the way. Buy your own cards. It is hard to read for yourself, to be fair, but it's still a really useful tool, I think. Anyway, what we're going to look at is why I should invest in myself, where I should invest my energy, how I should invest, okay? And then we're going to look a bit more to the future, and we're going to see what will come if I choose to invest in myself, how this will change my daily life, and then we'll look at something I need to learn about investing in myself and why I am worthy of investment. That first position and that last position I've been tending to read together, but let's get you some cards and I'll get this spread out. And we'll take it from there. I'm not working with jumpers, this spread. I haven't been doing for all of the reads. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Virgo had that, your fellow earth sign. It hasn't popped out, so I'll put it back. But it could suggest that investing in yourself may cause certain people to fall away. It could be. We'll see if it comes out again. But I just felt I had to say that for some of you anyway. Investing in yourself could cause certain people in your life to kind of, like I say, fall away. That happens. When you decide to grow, when you decide to better yourself, sometimes people prefer the old version of you. Okay, let me get the right shuffle for you. It feels weird not to be surrounded by my things doing the readings. It really does. I do have crystals in my vicinity though, because I bought some tiger's eye crystals off a market stall today. So yeah, I still got some of that going on. Oh, why? I can't get the right shuffle for you. Just give me a sec. No, that's not it. Sometimes I do prefer working with jumpers because it just takes a while for the shuffle to feel right. I can't get you the cards until I know it feels right. There we go. There we go. We're good. We're good, Taurus. Right. Why I should invest in myself. The sun reversed. Oh, let's put it there and then you'll be able to see it, hopefully. Where I should invest my energy. Oh, the Empress. I love it. That's beautiful, especially for you, Taurus. How I should invest. Reverse Chariot. Wow, you are busting out all the majors at me, aren't you? What will come if I choose to invest? The Knight of Pentacles. Consistency. How will this change my daily life? Oh, reverse 9 of Swords. Love it. Something I need to learn about investing in myself. Reverse 4 of Pentacles. And why I am worthy of investment. 5 of Pentacles, interesting. Sneaky look at the bottom of the deck, the reversed 9 of Pentacles, which actually feels not far off the same energy as the Empress. Very interesting. Right. Why should you invest in yourself, Taurus? We have the Sun in reverse. Long story short, I think you're not as happy as you could be. That's what the Sun in reverse suggests to me here. And also, more importantly, I don't think you feel as free as you could feel. Let me just show you this card upright. You see this naked child on the back of this horse. There's such a sense of freedom in this energy, and it's showing up in your reading reversed as a reason to why you should invest yourself. I think there's a feeling of happiness and a feeling of freedom that is available to you, Taurus, that you are not currently accessing because you're not investing in yourself. Okay? And like I say, I'm reading these cards together because this is why you are worthy of investment, okay? 5 of Pentacles, the card of being out in the cold. But you are worthy of feeling that warmth, right? You are worthy of feeling that warmth of the Sun, which was the first card in your reading, okay? And then the last card of your reading tells me that at the moment, you may be feeling abandoned by someone else, by something else. But there's warmth available to you. The security available to you inside that church, right? Inside that building is warmth, is security, is happiness, is contentedness. You can get in that building, right? It's down to your actions and down to your investment in yourself that you can feel that happiness and that sense of security. You don't have to feel so out in the cold. I also don't think you have to feel so alone, actually. I think you might be feeling a bit alone at the moment. Just with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse as well on the bottom of the deck. And you may not be particularly acknowledging this feeling, but I just sense that you feel a bit alone. And Spirit wants to tell you that you aren't alone, because the universe is on your side. But also I think investing in yourself, you know that 3 of Pentacles that showed its face when we were shuffling, that is about teamwork and collaboration and kind of meeting people who get you, finding your people to a certain extent. I don't think in this building, I don't think there's just warmth and security. As such, I think what's also in this building, metaphorically, is your people. I believe your people are there, Taurus. And I believe you will find your people via investing in yourself, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's move on to where I should invest my energy and how I should invest. Okay. Where I should invest my energy and how I should invest. Oh, that Empress card's so beautiful. The Empress is such an abundant card, such a card of growth. It's quite it feels quite grounded, if I'm honest. For some reason, what's coming through to me is the idea of being able to make a passive income. And growing something towards that end. I don't know why that's coming through. It can't be necessarily be relevant to all of you. But if there's things you're thinking of pursuing that could generate a passive income, I think Spirit's really trying to tell you to put your energy in that direction. And I just say that because the Empress does that, right? The Empress kind of sits back and kind of surveys everything that she's made grow, everything that she's brought into being, and kind of just relaxes into it, you know? And there's just that energy about this card today. You know, like she's chilling out. She's just chilling out, reaping the rewards of the effort that she's put in. But that aside, if that doesn't quite resonate with you regarding the passive income, there's just such an energy of growth about this. But it kind of feels a bit sensible and a bit grounded. I don't know. So I think you're being asked to take a look at, like, where can I put my energy that allows me to realistically expect growth. I don't know, this feels like an energy of, and you've got the Knight of Pentacles as well. It just feels like putting your energy into something that's going to create solid, consistent growth over time. Now, it might be quite slow to start with, but it's realistic, and it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds. It feels like that to me. It's not the type of energy, to me, here in this context, where you're suddenly gonna, you know, like how mushrooms, there's no mushrooms and then the mushrooms just sprout up overnight. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like one mushroom very slowly growing, then another mushroom very slow. Not that that's how mushrooms do grow, but as a sort of analogy, it just feels like very, you know, if there was like a graph of your growth, it's not going to go like that exponential. It's just going to steadily, steadily, steadily climb. There's something here about your reputation that's coming through for some reason, like really taking the time to invest in your reputation, which I think is something you do naturally anyway. It's not like I need to tell you to do that. And word of mouth. I feel like there's something about word of mouth here, and steadily growing something in that way. It all feels very sensible, Taurus. I don't know what to say. That's just how it's coming through to me. It's interesting. The other thing about this Empress energy is it's that feminine energy as opposed to the masculine energy, which came out first. Interesting. But I feel there's something here about kind of being receptive as well. Just being really receptive to success, being really receptive to growth. It's almost like planting a lot of seeds in a really realistic, grounded way, and then just kind of sitting back and knowing that they're going to grow. Well, maybe not sitting back as such, but kind of sitting back emotionally, if you know what I mean, and being in that receptive energy to just allow things to happen and unfold, not just suddenly sitting back and not needing to put any effort in, although ultimately I feel that is quite possible in this energy, because like I say, it does have that idea of a passive income about it. I don't know, it's the strangest thing. I've never said that in a reading, but that's how it's coming through. And so how should I invest? Yeah, how should you invest with this reverse Chariot? There's something here about willpower alone not being enough with the reverse Chariot. And actually, even hard work alone not being enough. Because the Chariot upright can be so motivated, so full of willpower, so focused on where they're driving towards. But the way it's come out in reverse, it feels like I just feel like with this Chariot upright, you could work really, really hard, but not necessarily work smart, if you get me. So it feels to me like the advice is brute forcing things isn't necessarily going to serve you. Like, I almost think there's an energy here of, well, if I just really burn the candle at both ends, I'm going to get what I want. And I do actually feel like Spirit's saying, no. Be clever about how you work. Be mindful, be a bit more mindful of how you direct your energy. I don't know how to explain it. There's just something about not brute forcing it. And I feel like you are a little bit in that attitude of brute forcing it, and like, I'm not allowed to rest, I'm not allowed to rest, I've got to carry on, I've got to carry on, I've got to do the thing. And sometimes, because you're so keen on doing something, it means you're not necessarily doing the actual thing that will bring you progress in the right direction, because you just feel like you can't stop. But if you do stop and actually think, and you can be a bit smarter about how you're directing your energy and just have a bit more time to sort of relax or something. God, I don't know, this reading's interesting. This reading's curious. It feels, yeah, it feels almost quite career focused and success focused. And I think the way it's coming through like this, the reason it's coming through like this is because I feel like you could be burning yourself out a bit, Taurus, somehow, with putting so much energy into the thing that you want to happen. And actually you are forgetting to turn some of that energy inwards and invest in yourself, which is kind of what the whole reading's about. But even though that's what the whole reading is about, there's a feeling of a lot of outward energy. So I really think you're being told to kind of, it's so cheesy. I feel like I've swallowed a self-help book. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't read those sorts of, I mean, I'm not saying I've never read a self-help book, but I don't read those sorts of like success, career, self-help books. I don't. So anyway, but the way it's coming through to me is, because why are you pursuing that success, that outward success? Why would you pursue that? I think most people would pursue that actually so they can have a bit more time to relax. And I do see the Empress as that really relaxed energy, sitting back, enjoying what you've achieved, reaping the rewards. But like, if you're burning yourself out and not actually sitting in this Empress energy as you go along, as you build this success, then in a way, what are you doing it for? I don't know. Does that make sense? It's almost like you're working really hard to something so that you can eventually achieve this energy of sitting back and chilling out and being pleased. But I feel like Spirit's saying, well, no, embrace this energy along the way. Like, invest in yourself along the way. And actually, that will bring you even more success, sort of outwardly, if you like. I just do feel like I'm looking at a Taurus who's pursuing this sort of outward success. So it might be interesting for you to examine where that desire for success is coming from as well. And are you pursuing what you want, or are you pursuing society's ideals? There's something there for you to think about. All I ever really do in these readings is try to give you stuff to think about. I don't really like to dictate action. Well, I definitely don't like to dictate action. For me, that's not the purpose of tarot. The purpose of tarot is to ask useful questions. And, you know, the way you react to this reading and feel about what I'm saying tells you a lot more than my actual words, okay? That's my whole thing. Yeah, so there's all stuff about that tied into these cards. I hope that makes sense. That's the way it's coming through. So how will this change my daily life? Wow. Knight of Pentacles. I love it. No, sorry, actually this is how how will it change my daily life? Sorry. This is what will come if I choose to invest myself, and this is how it will change my daily life. This is amazing for that position. How will it change my daily life? Nine of Swords upright is the card of anxiety, worry, overthinking, sleeplessness. You've got it in reverse. This energy is leaving you once you invest in yourself. Which makes total sense with what I've said, because part of investing yourself seems to be, you know, kind of embracing this Empress energy as you go along, embracing this energy of actually being able to relax as you go along, making sure that that's part of your business plan, I want to say, because that then improves your business, let's say, because it gives you time to think about how to work more efficiently. But what will come if I choose to invest in myself is some sort of feeling of consistency. So at the moment, I feel like your success at the moment is sort of coming in fits and starts. Or, you know, if this is for you a less career focused reading, and I don't know why it's turned into such a career focused reading, but that's obviously what Spirit's giving me, and that's obviously what a lot of people need to hear. But say this energy is playing out for you slightly differently, and we are more talking about a personal development thing here, Taurus. I almost feel like your happiness comes in fits and starts. You know, this happiness that's represented by the sun, which of course is reversed, and this is the whole reason you need to invest in yourself. It's like this isn't consistent, and you know, energies never are consistent, but sometimes if they're oscillating loads, it can be really difficult. And I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles energy, investing in yourself is sort of going to allow, to a certain extent, the oscillations to be less extreme, and just you're going to feel like you're walking on more level ground once you invest in yourself. Less anxiety. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. And something I need to learn about investing myself. I think Virgo got this card as well, if I'm not wrong. You might want to check out Virgo's reading, because they had that Three of Pentacles stuff going on as well. And obviously you are both earth signs, but it's coming through the same way as it did for Virgo. I want to say to you, time is money. I literally feel like I've swallowed some sort of business self-help book. I've never had a reading come through to me like this before, Taurus. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And if you do like the read, of course, do subscribe to the channel, please, and all that jazz, and give the video a thumbs up. I feel like I'm looking at a Taurus who's a little bit reluctant to spend money on themselves or put money towards certain situations, and they're like, no, I'd rather stay up all night and put my time into making this thing happen rather than spending a fiver, you know, to invest in some product that's going to allow me to spend a third of the time doing the thing. But somehow there is some reluctance to spend that money. But if you think about it in long term, then spending that £5 is going to save you money, because it's going to cut down on your time, and your time is precious, Taurus. Your time isn't just precious because it frees you up to do other things that could build success, Taurus, but your time is precious because it's your time. And what's the point in creating all this abundance if you can't enjoy it? And that's what the Empress does. The Empress enjoys the abundance that she's produced. So to sum it up with this, something I need to learn about investing in myself, you know, if you can somehow cut down the amount of time you have to put into something for a small amount of money, then you're gonna get that money back in buckets by making that investment. But also you're gonna feel less anxious. you know, because you're not going to be stressed out and burning the candle at both ends. Yeah, so that's the way that's coming through to me. What a curious reading. Nothing like that's ever come through. I'm really fascinated what you make of this reading, and would be really interested in your comments. Oh, I don't know why. Interesting, very interesting how it's come through like that, because this has been quite a different slant on the intention of the reading compared to the other signs that I've done. So yeah, let me know what you think, Taurus. Thank you, you know, for tuning in. Yeah, I really appreciate being able to sit here and pull cards for you. I'm really enjoying these little spreads, but I am going to wrap it up here. I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you've got something useful for the reading. And now I have to turn my camera off in the most unprofessional way, and I'm probably not going to edit it out. All right, my loves, I'll see you next time. Bye.